During his time as head of the Woodruff Foundation, Jones donated over $500 million to improve local colleges and universities. MARTA plans to change the name of one of its stations. The MARTA board met today to decide whether to change the West End station to the Ralph D. Abernathy MARTA station. Some residents want to keep the West End name because of the history of that area. West End is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. No decision was made today.
In a high-tech war, technology is also bringing Operation Enduring Freedom soldiers closer to their families back home.
This is about Baxter the Baptist.
Bedtime stories from thousands of miles away. We'll tell you about it when we return. Plus this.
What have scientists learned about the most recent bioterrorism attacks that will allow us to use another antibiotic, doxycycline, to fight anthrax? I'm Health Editor Mark Picard. That story's next.
People only want one thing from their real estate agent. Everything. They want them to be aggressive, unstoppable, warm and friendly, big enough to protect their interests, and small enough to care. A ferocious negotiator, averaging more than 13 years' experience to weather any storm, and the web savvy to master the world. If that's the kind of real estate agent you wish for, come to RE/MAX.
Having your phone service cut off can be scary.
Hello? Hello?
But not to panic, because here at ComSouth we'll give you unlimited local service and expert customer support. Plus, there's no credit check, no ID required. And just $49 starts you talking. It's the easiest way to get phone service. Oh, by the way,
Hello? Is anybody there?
ComSouth also includes 911 emergency service. Sign up today at your nearest ACE, America's Cash Express location.
Then I had that taste.
The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King.
Now I'm a believer.
With grilled sourdough bread.
Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
A quarter pound of flame broiled beef.
I'm in love.
2 slices of melted Swiss cheese. 4 strips of bacon. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger will make you a believer. Now for a limited time at Burger King. Shrek, the biggest movie of the year. Available November 2nd wherever videos are sold.
If there's work to be done, then have no fear. My dad and me and my gator are here. No job's too big for me and my gator with some help from my sister on her excavator. Cause my gator is big and my gator is tough. There's room in the back for a whole bunch of stuff. We've had a big day, now it's time to rest. And here comes the part that I like the best. At the end of the day, when he sees all we did, I like to hear Daddy say,
Nice job, kids.
The excavator and the John Deere Gator from Peg Perigo. A whole lot of fun.
If there was ever a perfect time to own a new Chevrolet, that time is now. Until November 18th, Chevrolet is proud to offer 0% APR financing on every new car and truck we build. From Silverado to Trailblazer, Cavalier to Impala. They're the cars and trucks that America depends on. And you can own one interest-free. It's an offer you don't see every day, and you won't see it much longer. Keep America rolling. See your local Chevy dealer by November 18th.
NBC Tonight, a special Weakest Link featuring America's most outrageous TV hosts.
I'm just keeping it real, yo. You go.
Then, part 2 of the third watch season premiere, New York's heroes relive the weeks after September 11th.
Just want to be a cop again.
And on an all-new Crossing Jordan, who killed the senator's daughter? A perfect crime, just one problem, getting rid of the body.
She was still alive.
All-new Weakest Link, part 2 of the third watch season premiere, and an all-new Crossing Jordan, NBC Tonight.
The antibiotic ciprofloxacin, or Cipro, has emerged as the magic bullet against anthrax. But 11 Alive's health editor Mark Picard says health officials have turned to another drug to treat the current bioterrorism attack.
Dear, the drug is called doxycycline. It's part of a group of antibiotics, the tetracycline group, that's been around for a long time. Medical investigators have found something out about the current attack of anthrax that allows the use of doxycycline, use that could replace Cipro. Before medical investigators knew what kind of anthrax they were dealing with, they felt the antibiotic ciprofloxacin would be the most effective.
The concern initially was that it was possible that the strain of anthrax that was used in this episode might have been resistant to some of the traditional antibiotics.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Norman Jacobs says once tests showed the older antibiotics would work on this strain of anthrax, using doxycycline was a no-brainer.
The doxycycline is a generic drug. It's available generically. It's much less expensive than Cipro or ciprofloxacin. It's widely available, and it provides some comfort to have more than one available antibiotic.
Bayer, the company that makes Cipro, is offering the drug to the U.S. government at 95 cents a pill. Ivax, the company that makes doxycycline, is selling the drug to the government at 3 cents a pill. The U.S. is stockpiling enough doxycycline to treat 12 million people for 60 days. With the government stockpiling it, Jacobs wants to discourage individuals from doing so.
If somebody's just trying to take it preventively because they're afraid there might be anthrax somewhere that they might appear, they'd have to keep taking it forever, and the side effects and the potential problems are significant.
The effectiveness of doxycycline against the current strain of anthrax should be encouraging. It gives us an ample supply of an antibiotic that works against the current strain of anthrax. Should there be another attack, there is no guarantee that doxycycline or Cipro would work. Dr. Jacobs emphasizes the key to fighting bioterrorism is to beef up our public health network so that attacks can be quickly identified and proper treatment ordered, not to fill your medicine cabinet with drugs that just may not work.
And the cost difference between the two is dramatic.
Yeah, it's significant. I think we're going to see more of a reliance on doxycycline over the next couple of weeks, as long as these attacks persist.
Good to have another option for people who can't take Cipro.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Mark. For more information on this story or any other from our Healthy Living series, just log on to our website, 11alive.com.
Members of the military serving in Operation Enduring Freedom could spend months away from home. And as you would imagine, that would be especially hard on parents away from their children. Tonight, how technology is helping military parents reach out to their loved ones. Reading a bedtime story from thousands of miles away might be considered impossible.
This is about Baxter the Basset Hound.
But thanks to the efforts of One Foundation, parents in the military can now read to their children through videotape.
We hear from the USS Carl Vinson, who's in the Arabian Sea right now, that there are tons of people making these tapes.
The Family Literacy Foundation in San Diego is behind the project.
Literacy is the medium, but really we want them to be able to communicate to them, let them know that they're still an important part of their children's lives.
And the Navy Federal Credit Union is collecting books to send to the ships.
The idea of having a bedtime story read to you at night is something that's really, really special.
Technology is also allowing servicemen and women to hear messages from home.
Hello, this is Todd.
Jartel, a voicemail company, is assigning members of the military a number. Then family and friends can call that number and leave a message, which gets forwarded as an attachment to their email.
Hello, this is Todd from Telemessage. I'm just leaving you a message, and hopefully you'll get this on the ship. You couldn't have done this 20 years ago, but now, we just thought, these officers and enlisted personnel are in harm's way, and we just wanted to think of some way to bring their families to them.
The voicemail service is free to members of the military. Now, if you need more information or would like more information, we've created a link on our website, 11alive.com. By the way, I want to let you know we are still waiting for Attorney General John Ashcroft to begin his news briefing on terrorism. We'll, of course, bring it to you live when it happens.
So, you don't think you have enough places to shop?
Get ready. There's another mall on the way.
Metro Atlanta's newest mall has much more than just places to shop and eat. This is Rick Blaylock in Gwinnett County. When we come back, how Discover Mills is trying to strike a deal to get Atlanta consumers. Almost.
Ford drives America. And right now, Ford's making it easier for America to drive Ford. Introducing 0% financing on all 2001 and 2002 SUVs, including Ford Explorer, Explorer Sport, Sport Track, Expedition, Excursion, and even Escape. Nothing beats 0%, and nothing beats the money you'll save on America's favorite SUVs. See your neighborhood Ford dealer today for this limited time offer.
Recently, at this quiet, unassuming little Pizza Hut, an interesting pizza discovery took place. Whoa! We've created the new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas from Pizza Hut. Our Lovers Pizzas now with cheese once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 kinds of luscious cheese. And 6 kinds of seriously satisfying meat toppings. Or 5 garden veggies. or 2 layers of zesty pepperoni. And you'll discover it's not $12.99, it's only $8.99. $8.99. The new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas, only from Pizza Hut.
This is an NBC News special report. America on alert. Here is Brian Williams.
Good day. We go now to the Justice Department. A briefing on national security from the Attorney General, John Ashcroft. He is joined by Mr. Mueller, the director of the FBI.
Good afternoon. The administration has concluded, based on information developed, that there may be additional terrorist attacks within the United States and against United States interests over the next week. The administration views this information as credible, but unfortunately it does not contain specific information as to the type of attack or specific targets. Consequently, a terrorist threat advisory update has been issued to 18,000 law enforcement agencies across the country through the National Law Enforcement Telecommunications System, known as NLETS. We have notified law enforcement to continue on highest alert and to notify immediately the FBI of any unusual or suspicious activity. We ask for the patience and cooperation of the American people if and when they encounter additional measures undertaken by local law enforcement or federal law enforcement authorities and others who are charged with securing the safety of the public. As always, we urge Americans in the course of their normal activities to remain alert and to report unusual circumstances or inappropriate behavior to the proper authorities. Additional security alerts and security measures have been or are being taken by a number of governmental agencies, including the INS, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, the Environmental Protection Agency, the Federal Aviation Administration, the Department of Transportation, the Department of Energy, among the departments who have been notified of the alert. Governor Ridge has also discussed this heightened state of security with the governors, who were asked to take appropriate precautions based upon security assessments in their respective states.
Mr. Director. Thank you. Good afternoon. On every occasion when the government has received credible information, we have chosen to warn our colleagues in the law enforcement community. And we are doing so again today because we have such information, even though it is not specific as to intended target or as to intended method. Now, I should add that I've just come from addressing the International Association of the Chiefs of Police, and I know how difficult it is for the officers they represent and all other state and local officers out there to respond without greater detail. Even given that, I believe it is advisable to alert law enforcement and local authorities as to what knowledge we have received. We are again asking them, and through them local communities, to remain extremely vigilant. Doing so gives us a force multiplier that could well prevent another terrorist attack. And we appreciate their willingness, however difficult, to join in this national effort. Thank you.
Director?
Yes, ma'am.
Consider that the earlier threat advisory you put out October 11th helped to avert such an attack?
It is very difficult to tell, but it may well have helped to avert such an attack.
Mr. Director, can you give us a sense of whether this is electronic information or from a human source?
I cannot get into the source of the information for obvious, I think, reasons.
Director, what?
You've been listening to Attorney General John Ashcroft issuing a terrorist attack advisory, saying that there may be additional terrorist attacks in the U.S. and against U.S. interests in other places over the next week. It was a very ominous sounding a warning to all of the country. He said law enforcement has been put on highest alert as a result of this warning. Again, Attorney General John Ashcroft issuing a terrorist attack advisory.
Stay with us. We'll be back in a minute.
Attention, users of the drug Baycol. You may be entitled to a cash award. Call attorney Ken Nugent now and get the facts. Your health may be at risk.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent. If you've used the drug Baycol, your health could be at risk. Call me now to get the facts. You may be entitled to a cash award.